All praise to the Most High. Yeah, that sound good, y'all. Colo, what we doing?
Hey, cook that up, Khalid.
We still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still. They said you got the call, they tryna blackball you. Like what they own, bro. You can't blackball a boss. The whole world, they hate this right here. The way you hate your neighbor, might as well pull the trigger on yourself. You know we get excited by the smoke. Every day we casting flesh. Say my treasure stored in heaven, we gon' blow the rest. They disrespected and we check. The bank that causing kept it still. They asking others about my business, but I ain't got no instant miss. See, I still deal with ox direct. Cause your person don't mean you respect. Your outlet don't get no credit if the ox ain't in it. Money answer all things and you got all these questions. Playing Vic. Look, I employ slavery. If you broke, just say it. Yeah, them crews in the hood, Jews in the hood. I caught them clues, now I'm good. I broke it down, he illustrate my all to you. Filtered through, you found a few, I'm good. We what we sold, this here exclusive. They like, hey, folk, look what you doing. We still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still. Most I told me, be still, give a room to work. Know my movie work. Your faith ain't good, don't put the work in. In the spirit flexing, that my day job. Getting the mode out my own, I don't know what they are. Before I got the blueprint, and I'm too legit to quit. Let it spark in the dark, be a light, got it lit. Trying to map my movement, got my haters pondering. The odds set the question there, they wanna know if you still lit. It hit different, you authentic, a lot of odds pretending. We do it for the Lord, got my own motion, who are you to judge? Put most high first, none above. Take in the spirit, we locked in, they'll come against your plot. You know Judas said, yeah, we spit them scripts, they barely not. Came on slave ships, then you not black. You know they tell you every Isaiah 30:20, yeah, we bad. You see what happened when they tried to rail the train up off the track. False witness, hypocrite. We throw shots back, now they feel hit. Must go get it. We still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still.
Well, all right. Once again, putting it down for you and yours. This is another episode of The Lion's Den, talking about what's on your mind as the conversation continues. And we're your hosts. That is Brother Yeshaya Dad, Brother JT, ready to talk raw, and I myself, Brother Malachi, also known as Big Baby Hebrew. And as always, we give honor to the Lord in Christ, from whom all positive thoughts flow. Okay? And we thank the moderator of the Lion's Den, Sister Karima, for allowing us to come into this great social media platform and be able to give it to you, our listeners, straight with no chaser, raw, uncut, unbridled truth. Now, if you like to be lied to, this show is not for you, okay? If you like living in lies and delusion, this show is not for you. And rather than you complain and criticize, about what we do here on this presentation, just simply log off, go away, and live your life in darkness. But if you're those out there in Lions Den land that are tired of being lied to, well, welcome. Welcome. Come on in. And in the spirit of I am manna, when you step into the Lion's Den, please be advised, you wipe your feet, you mind your manners, conduct yourself in an orderly manner, and enjoy yourself. And as always, on the Lion's Den, you know we come with the 7 eyes of intelligence, integrity, inspiration, influence, independence, insight, and information. And here in the Lion's Den, when you roll with the lions, you're rolling with the pride. That's PRIDE, because we're always permanently ready and destroying evil, starting with our own. Okay? And last but not least, when you roll with the Lions Den, please be advised that you are rolling with the anti-coon movement. Over here, you don't have no complete, obvious, obedient, yes, a boss ninjas. We don't do that here. So with that being said, and with that being laid out, Yeshaya, my brother, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind? Well, the election, America's dream of going backwards to when they thought it was great will be realized. To my people in this country, it doesn't matter who gets in the crack house. Doesn't matter. There ain't no hope for you here in the States. See, y'all problem is y'all are slaves under a great addiction. The drug, the great drug that's been on you for 400 years, you still are high on it. Still believe that there's hope in a land where there was never no hope given to you, but you still believe. You're still willing to die, risk it all to save a society that's not going to be saved. America is done. No matter who is in the White House, because it is sanctioned to be destroyed from off the face of the earth by the one true power, Most High, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai. Some people call him Jesus Christ. Some people call him God. They're the ones that's going to bring an end to the madness. We've been living in this kingdom, being oppressed 400 years. The oppression has never ended, and the oppression is ongoing. Why do you believe, for some people that might be watching, that Donald Trump is the answer? Why do some of you believe that Kamala Harris is the answer? Ask yourself the question that you woke up this morning. Is it because of Donald Trump, Kamala Harris? The man, the thing, the person, the entity that gave you life, that allowed you to wake up this very day. That is where your position should lie on. Your faith should lie on that. There is no hope for us here. Now y'all seeing and realizing that you're looking at a world that's crumbling. Everything about this society is crumbling. This migrant crisis is crippling America. Everything is going up. Prices are sky high. People are complaining. Oklahoma just got hit with a tornado. Tore them up. Spain just got hit with a major flood. They got about a year's worth of rain in an 8-hour span a couple of days ago. Now, New York here, where I live at, got hit with Hurricane Sandy more than 12 years ago, and it didn't do the damage of what I'm seeing in Valencia, Spain. See, the very God that we talking about, he ain't playing no games no more. He ain't playing. He's tired of what he sees going down on this earth. Evil is at an all-time high. Ain't nothing getting better. Satan's face is being shown more and more every day. The adversary of God is showing who he is in all people. All people. And it's clear to see. When I came up, things was hush hush, secret. Now that we're getting closer to the end of this society, there ain't nothing secret. Everything that was in the dark is coming to the light. Many people are seeing that light. And that light is leading them back to something more greater than what themselves, greater than themselves. So I see the handwriting is on the wall. America's finished. Donald Trump is not the savior to America. White people, you view Donald Trump as your Jesus Christ. He's the one that's going to save you. He's the one that's going to return you back to the good old days, the glory days. Well, I got a message for y'all. No, America will never go back to what it once was. Every evil empire that ever was established ruled for a dispensation of time, and then it was overthrown, taken down, didn't exist no more. The Greeks under Alexander, Greece is there, but the power Greece once possessed is no more. Rome is still around, but the power of ancient Rome don't exist no more. America seems like they believe in their heart, the white power structure in America, think their money is going to change things. Nope. Can't give them money. No amount of money is going to bring America back. America is finished. It's done. It's over. You have played your last hand in this game. And you're going to come up very short. The warning has been told. You've been warned. You've been told that America's done. It's finished. How many people are going to take heed to the message? See, you can't rule an evil and think that that evil will continue. Like it don't have an expiration date or time. It do. If you look at the history of America, America was established on blood, murder, lies, deceit. How can these people walk around proud about what their ancestors have done? Y'all are sick, disturbed. And you think that the Almighty don't hear the cries of his own people that are still here? He hears them every day in our time frame. He hears the cries of us complaining. When will the end of this society come? We ask that question every day we wake up. I do, Malachi, because I talk to Malachi a lot, mostly every day. We have conversations, discussions on this, but we're seeing what he is doing. He's bringing the destruction, a little piece of it over here, a little piece of it over there, but eventually it's going to hit everywhere at one given time. All we have to do is just sit back, watch, and wait. I want y'all to know that when we had Hurricane Sandy in 2012 here in New York, the death toll was 52 people. They said in Spain right now, the death toll is over about 211 or something in that area. I seen it with over 200 people. And that storm that hit here in New York started in the morning and went to the next day. Damn, I didn't go out that whole day. That whole time of that storm, I didn't go out. And it didn't do the damage that the Most High did to Spain. They got a year's worth of rainfall, they said, in 1 8-hour span. An 8-hour span, all that water. It's a wake-up call to the world. Y'all better understand that. Better repent for the sins of your forefathers, or the Lord will keep on knocking on your door with more plagues, more destruction. This is the time for you to make amends for what your forefathers have done. But a lot of you will not do, because you got a hard, stiff neck and a rebellious spirit. And you're going to harden your heart until your heart stops. But we're going to see what he's going to keep on bringing forth. So I'm going to let Malachi jump in, because I've been talking for a minute. You got the floor.
Yes, sir. But see, look, the thing is, right, when we come here and do this show, like I said, every time we come on, I want to make this abundantly clear that we don't sit up here as Mr. Holy and Thou. We don't sit up here as if we got a lock on, all things moral and right. We're in the struggle like anybody else, and we're hanging on by our proverbial fingernails as we see things going on. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of what's going on, because mainstream media, corporate-owned media, won't talk about the things that we are uncovering, and that we dare to get on this social platform and communicate to you all, to put you up on the know. There's one area I want to cover. I've been getting hit with and seeing some criticisms of what we do in regards to how we bring out certain information regarding certain people within our sphere of belief from Israelite on, and we get hit with criticism, or I've been getting hit with criticism about my being a traitor. But so what I want to do, I want to address this to anyone out, and also I've been getting hit with the Matthew 7:1, judge not that you be not judged. I want to clear all this up right here, right now. That I, along with Yeshaya, our loyalty is not to no man on this planet Earth. My loyalty is not to no group or organization on this planet Earth. My loyalty, and I strive to be a moral man, as JT, Yeshaya, we strive to be, the operative word being strive. We strive to be moral men. Our loyalty, unapologetically, is to the one true God and the laws and the commandments he ordained and articulated, and to his son, who died to give our raggedy behinds a second chance at the title of doing what's right, being what's right, and one day, hopefully, being a part of the governing body of the new kingdom of heaven that's going to be reestablished here on earth. I want to make this clear. Also, so therefore, we're not traitors. See, a traitor, defined, is that man or that woman who goes against their nation, a group, an organization, whatever they may be tied to. They go against that said group or organization or nation for their own personal gain or for other reasons outside of what is right and what's structured A traitor is one who who works against his people, again, for his or her own benefit. We're not getting paid to do this. We do this absolutely free. So when you hear us coming against anybody, okay, especially within our Hebrew Israelite structure, we ain't got to name names. You know all the shows that we've been on, and we've been doing this on, and we've been outing. We're not traitors, okay? But we are patriots. And a patriot is that man or woman who is sworn to go against enemies, foreign, but especially domestic. Yeshua, we come here in the spirit of Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, this is the Lord speaking, of course, in Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel, and therefore give them warning from me. So our job is not to come here and be no man-pleasing, butt-kissing, what they call it, sidekick or sucker. Our job is to come here and put everybody and anyone on blast. Like I told you in the opening of this great social media platform, Lions Den, when you roll with us, when you roll with the Lions, you're rolling with the pride. And we're permanently ready and destroying evil, starting with our own. What make Yeshua our work, we don't tolerate each other. And we won't support each other in evil. If I go off, he gonna keep me on. If he go off, I'm gonna keep him on. And so on and so forth. And even when you watch this, when you listen to this platform, with Sister Karima, when we get out of line, if we get too out there, she reins us back in. Because that's called being a patriot, not a traitor. So I want to make sure you understand, anyone listening here, our loyalty is not to no damn man on this planet. No Arya, no damn Johanna, I don't care who it is. Now, as far as Matthew 7:1, as far as judge not, it should be not judged. If you read verse 1 to verse 6, what Christ was talking about was self-righteous judgment. That we're to avoid self-righteous judgment. Well, I want to make this clear that everyone we've been coming against and coming and talking about and stepping to, we're not coming here on no self-righteous plane. We are well aware, Yeshua, we're well aware of our own shortcomings. But let me make this abundantly clear. I've talked about mine. I put myself out here in the spirit of Malcolm X. When he let it all be known about his past. Okay? And like he said so famously, as the Bible taught him, confess, put things out there. So that way, nobody can blackmail you. Nobody can come for you because you talked about your own evil and your own shortcomings and what you want to do to try and help those who follow or listen to you not make the mistakes you made. And so therefore, in the years that we've been on the air, and in the years that we've been coming for any and everybody, there's one thing I want y'all to take under careful consideration. Nobody has taken up the challenge, and we're still waiting on it, taken up the challenge to contact Sister Karima, because see, one thing about the Lions Den, fair and unbiased. We've asked her that if anybody want to come here and challenge us on what we've put forth as far as accusations are concerned, bring them here. And thus far, nobody has been able to call us a liar. Or if they have called us a liar, they haven't come here and proven that we're lying.
I'll say something.
I want to make, yes, sir. Go ahead, Yeshaya.
Do y'all know that we had one of the original 7 heads of the ISUPK, the original ISUPK on this Lions Den platform? This man witnessed what we are talking about because he was in the inner circle of that rank structure. He was one of the 7 heads in the school. So I'm gonna go down the line. It was Masha, Ariyah, Yaiqua, Lahab, Yeshaya, Shah, Kazak. Now Kazak was over all of the men that we be screaming about, like Yehunna, like Tahar, like Nate. This man was over them. He was on this platform about 3 times. He did about 3 shows on this platform. The first came back, then he did a show about the lost tribe of Dan. And he was speaking about the corruption that went along in the school. Now, this man was a high-ranking man in the school above the men who we screaming at, screaming on, and complaining about. What more do we got to prove to you?
And does that wait? Does that make him a traitor?
Hell no, it don't.
And he said the only one that allowed him to come on to speak and reached out to him is y'all in the Lions Den.
Now check that out.
Karima?
Yeah, she said the Kazak confirmed the fact that we're the only one, the Lions Den. We're the only ones who allowed him to come in here and be able to speak his truth and lay it down. But now, is he a traitor? No, he's not. Because again, our loyalty is never to any man or woman. Look, our loyalty is to the Lord and to the credo. Hail Israel, the Lord our God is one. Now, we're not here to give no sermon, but this is a very important topic because I've been seeing little snippets of people, saying things and coming at me and others. So we want to just iron it out right now. Lay it bare. That we're not doing this because of any maliciousness. We're doing it because we understand that we are under attack. We understand that J. Edgar Hoover's long dead, but the counterintelligence program, COINTELPRO, one of the divisions being used by higher and darker forces in this country, are systematically trying to knock out any and all voices that speak divine biblical, I'm gonna make it clear, divine biblical truth. Okay? I want to make sure you understand that we're not coming here on no self-righteous train. See, we understand like that old adage goes, for the one finger you point, there's 3. Well, no. Actually, there's 4 fingers pointing back at you. Because look at the thumb. The thumb is curved and it points right back at you. So there's 4 fingers pointing at you. So bottom line, if we can't stand the smell of our own foolishness, what make you think we're going to tolerate anybody else's stench if they do things in here that they ought not to be doing and they're working for the demonic enemies? So I hope now, with this being said, this clears up that we're not traitors, that we're patriots, and who our loyalty lies to. Yeshaya, what's up? Go.
Many men had loyalty in that school to Masha. They fell. Many men had loyalty to Ariyah, and they fell because they didn't get the message. We were not in there because of neither one of those men. That's not what you were called in to do. You were called in to work for the Most High and the mission that He put us on. That's your job, and that's what you were called for, not to be on no man worship tip. Because I'm going to say this to everybody. When Ariel was wrong, I want to know how many of you called him out on that year 2000 prophecy when it didn't come to pass. I know damn well DeHart didn't call him out. In 1998, you were saying that America got 628 days left. Right, fool? If you're listening. You didn't call him out. What is on this man, I gotta respect man thing? There ain't no respect of persons when it comes to the truth. The truth is the truth. And anybody that's going against it, you can speak on them. All right? Now, the people we talking about, we know them. Ain't nobody else on this panel know them. Ain't nobody on this listening to this show know them. Nobody on this program knows Yohana but I and Malachi. We know him personally. I know him for 32 years. Malachi knows him for 36. So how is anybody going to talk about we a traitor when you ain't never met the man? I know the man 3 decades. Malachi know him 3 decades and a half in a year, at least. So how you going to tell us when we was in the company of these men and we seen the dirt they done? What's wrong with y'all, man?
And still doing, and still doing. How about that? How about that? Still doing. So now, when we just like we could talk about the TD Jakes, the Diddies, anybody else, we're gonna talk about everybody who's out of pocket and causing havoc and wreaking havoc. Because if we don't, we gonna get stepped to. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't want no man or woman's blood on my hand. So I'm gonna lay it down bare. So that way when I hold my hands up to the mirror, hold my hands up to the Lord, and show him my palms and the back of my hands, ain't nobody's blood dripping off my hands because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. And that's stand up against evil, foreign, but especially domestic. So now that we got that out the way, okay, I guess you got something else you want to say, Yeshua, before we move on?
The word evil, and you turn it around, it means live. Some people live to do evil. You hear me? And we done ran in and we done seen the evil that these men commit. You understand?
And let me add on. From the word evil, yeah, when you spin it backwards, you get live. So we're going to do what we're supposed to do. And that's try to be evil backwards, and that's live our lives correctly. Because also out the word live, you get the word vile, V-I-L-E. Okay? And that's when you do things that are downright nasty, disgusting, straight despicable. And also out the word evil, you get the word veil. A veil is a covering. So what we, Yeshua and I do among any of the voices, we are now pulling away the veil and revealing all the fakers and charlatans, the kooks and the crazies, because it's our divine duty to do so. And maybe had some of them brothers back in the day who are mentors did their job to uncover the corruption that was going on, we wouldn't be in this predicament that we're in right now. That's just a thought. So I see we have Smashing Idol who joined us. What's on your mind, Smashing Idol?
Yeah, Yeah. Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh and Yahweh alone forever and ever by saying, Kali Ada wa Kabawad wa Hawad wa la Yahweh wa Yahweh Akkad Alam wa Alam. Hey, I just wanted to come in, first of all. Hey, it's always a smash type thing when you and the brother JT get on. You know what I'm saying? It's very entertainment and educational. But what I wanted to ask, it don't have nothing to do with what you guys asked. So I mean, so what y'all talking about? So y'all can talk about it later. But there was an incident that I feel like I need to warn the children of Yasharal about that I'm privy to. Um, well, I just got privy to. I heard that there's a some type of LGB type thing going on that there was some chick that joined the camp and then she left one camp and went to another camp as a man, but then there was some other camp that she was with that they just never said nothing about but just let it go. um And I was just wondering, like, if anybody had any type of information on that, so we could warn the people.
Yeah, I got information on that. I posted on my page. I'm gonna repost it on my page on Facebook. But yeah, it's a girl that was portraying to be a guy, and she got married in the camp and everything. And it's like they supporting this female, which I mean, yeah, this female that's acting as if she's a god. It's a whole bunch of pictures. She's taking pictures with different guys looking like a
Send that information to me when you get a chance,
looking
please.
like a guy, you know, and it's like the female she was with knew she was a female, supporting this. It's like that she was roaming through this camp as this man, but really she's a female the whole time for years.
Yeah, that's like some scary type stuff going on when it comes to the nation of Yasharal, because we do know that there are a lot of people that might wind up waking up and they might be very sincere about, you know what I'm saying, trying to start an Israelite family and all of that stuff. And I guess it's just freely given now that, you know, a person can just do a switch change, you know what I'm saying, so to speak, and, you know, lead the children of Yasharal ignorantly, man or woman, into, you know what I'm saying, uh abominations. You know what I'm saying? What is that scripture where it talks about they hide their sins at Sodom? I think it's like, give me a second. Uh,
Okay, while you're looking for that scripture, I want to know, is this what Israelite group is this, or is it a UPK group or some other sect of Israel, Linus? This is the first I'm hearing of this. Well, in the meantime, in between time, now with this revelation coming into play, you see why we do what we do. You see why we're on our job and why we come here and lay down what we lay down. This is the first time I'm hearing it, but you know what? I won't say I'm shocked because again, I just mentioned it earlier on that J. Edgar Hoover's long dead, but the counterintelligence program, for some of you who may not know what I'm talking about, for all my little youngsters out there listening to the show, let me break down the world you're living in. This world, this government is not a righteous government. We're not going to sugarcoat. We're not going to make it pretty. Okay? A long time ago, there was a man by the name of J. Edgar Hoover, okay, along with former President George Herbert Walker Bush, who was the head of the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, who put together an organization designed to go out and undermine and subvert any and all people, groups, and organizations that were seeking to remove themselves from the evil and tyranny this society runs on. They used all types of illegal tactics once they sent their operatives in to gather information, okay, and then disrupt and destroy many organizations that came along seeking, most notably, black independence. The Black Panther Party, the Nation of Islam, and so many other groups. SNCC, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, and so many other groups that were out at the time. And they used illegal maneuvers, all right? They would send people in who were looking at jail time and want to escape, not going to prison, and they would go in and do deliberate immoral evils among the people and disrupt the organization. And if that didn't work, they used them to set up the leaders of these organizations who proved to be unable to be bought, who refused to sell out, to be murdered. Okay, you had Fred O'Neill, William O'Neill, who set up Black Panther member out of Chicago, Fred Hampton. You had people you had criminals and kooks and crazies within the Nation of Islam, the criminal element, who entered the Nation of Islam, disrupted it to set up Malcolm X to be murdered. You had people come in, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference or Foundation, led by the Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., and deliberately cause havoc, division, to ultimately set him up to be murdered. And the list goes on and on. So this counterintelligence agency, a program, and look at the name, counterintelligence. We're talking about an organization that dedicates itself to countering any and all things that are intelligent. See, this country runs on and banks on being able to control people through what? Keeping you dumb, keeping you in the dark, keeping you from thinking. The most dangerous man or woman that walks this earth is the man and woman who is capable of what? Critical thinking. Being able to sit down and examine things and check things out for his or herself. And the number one unit that they've used throughout the years is their media. And they got the right name, MEDIA, the most evil devil in America. Okay? So, in all these Israelite organizations and other black groups, yours truly, you know, I'm gonna just lay it bare. They all work under what is called the organization known as the Illuminati. They're very real, and they've gone public anyway. And they have subdivisions. The Jesuit priest, the Jesuit order, the Rosicrucian, coming under the Catholic Church order, and its subdivisions of religion. All right? And they don't play, They play for keeps, they play to win, and they'll do any and everything under the Luciferian doctrine to win, including killing. See, when Job 9:24 tells us that the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, that's a true statement. for a dispensation of time, because we, the children of Israel, have now been in captivity because of our forefathers and mothers' divine crimes and breaking of a covenant centuries ago. We've been out of commission, therefore the wicked have been able to reign and rise for a time. Okay, so now, however, we're seeing a shift throughout the entire planet because their time is now up. This curse has been placed upon us. They thought it would be forever. No, it was only for a certain amount of time. For me, this end can't come fast enough, whether I die or not. But I can't stand being here no more. But the reason what I'm trying to get to is this here. I am not shocked to hear that all of a sudden now we have all these types of poisons entering even within the Israelite enclave, because I was told by a Rosicrucian agent who tried to buy me out. He made it abundantly clear when he said, look, and this goes back 25 to 30 years ago. He said, look, we have almost every black organization under our umbrella, so you might as well come on in. So now, if I'm hearing now all of a sudden this here, I'm not surprised, because Yeshua, as Yeshua said earlier on, we've seen firsthand, okay, me especially, some of the culprits and agents who came through and were allowed to throw our particular organization out of whack. And it's not just ours. There are other sects of Israelites that are getting hit as well. So when we come here, we're coming here because we refuse to look the other way. And we're not just going to be content with, oh, well, as long as the foot's not in my behind. No, we're not going to, that's not what we're going to do here. We come to do what is called damage control. So I am dismayed in hearing this, but I'm not surprised. We didn't encounter women coming through here, coming through the doors, who were witches. Men that have come to these doors being warlocks. See, in the book of Ephesians 6 and 11, when the Lord tells us to put on the whole armor, okay, which is the Bible, and that which is right, so that you may be able to withstand the wiles. The word wile means slick, conniving, underhanded, like Wile E. Coyote.
Sinister trick.
The wiles of the devil. Okay? So we understand what we're up against. This is a high level game that we're playing. Even what we're doing right now, we know our lives are at risk. We're not going to pretend that it's not. They are. But if I got to go out, if I'm required to go out, because it's far throughout when I look at the Bible and the history and the recordings, and even in modern history, greater men and women have been taken out, going out on their shield for the truth. If that is my fate, then so be it. Because I can't be bought. And more importantly, I won't be sold. This is why we're doing what we're doing now.
Let me jump in quick.
Go.
Who that's listening to us right now, who believes in a moral structure in their life, believing in what's right, doing what's right, and speaking up against anything that you know or see or hear that is wrong. Nobody on this panel but two men know how the original ISUPK structure was set up, but us. We both standing in the gap with these men, standing on them street corners, screaming the word of the Most High. We done that. Nobody else on this panel but me and him have done that or listening. How can you tell us that we a traitor to men who we knew came in there that played the game? We witnessed this stuff firsthand. Traitor to who? Them? How the hell my loyalty gonna be to a man that cannot save me from the situation that I am in today? How can I be a traitor to a man that can't deliver me out of my mess, out of this hole I'm in? How am I a traitor to him? When you sell out the Almighty, that's when you become a traitor. And the men we talking about, every last one of them sold him out to get where they are today. That's a traitor. You understand? When I come on here and I yell and scream on a man like Yohana, Ariyah, Tahar, I know them. You got people that's listening might be upset and mad. Do you know these men? Have you been around them? Have you had a discussion with them? Have you seen the evils they committed? How the hell you gonna point the finger at me who was there? Hold up. How the hell you gonna point the finger at me who was there and saw it firsthand? You got nothing to say but listen. Do you understand that we that know this, if we don't say nothing, that we're going to be held accountable for not talking, not saying, not standing up? You think I want to stand before this man and he's going to tell me you knew that the hell was going on and you didn't do nothing? Throw his ass in that lake of fire. He ain't got a damn thing I want to hear. That's what it's coming to. Either you're going to be a patriot for justice or just lay your ass down and let the whole world step on you. It's your choice. Number one, I don't like these men because I know how evil these men is. They are.
May I add on something? But we also know the damage that was done then, and the damage is still being done now. Some of y'all must have missed the episode we had of a former ISUPK member come through here named Tarab, who dropped major league information about what's going on even to this day.
Yes, it did. It's a whole bunch of people that came up on the line saying.
So you see, brothers and sisters, what we're doing, we don't do this because we get pleasure out of it. We've been suffering the blowback and the fallout throughout these years. But we've been able to maintain, but there are others who have fallen away and have lost their insanity and lost their lives. People who committed suicide. And we're supposed to sit by and not talk about it? You're out of your mind if you think that's going to happen. And if you think we're traitors.
The problem with a lot of our people is y'all talk a lot. But when it comes really down to putting yourself in the mix of the fire, you don't got what it takes. You understand? We know we in the fire. But the Father gonna give us the tools to put it out when that time comes. Y'all gotta ask yourself which side you gonna be on. Whose team you on? We know who world this belong to. This ain't the world. This world here don't belong to the Almighty. This world been given to the dark forces that you do not see. Y'all understand that? This is Satan's kingdom, the devil, Lucifer. Why you think everything is backwards in this damn kingdom? Don't you see it? These men came in there saying, I'm going to stand with you until the bitter end. And when trouble came their way, they bowed down and kissed that man's foot and took the deal. That's what they did. And in the process, you know how many people's life got destroyed? Y'all give a damn about other people's lives or yourself? If we didn't give a damn about nobody on here or what we say, we wouldn't even come on. You give a damn, that's why we're here. We ain't getting paid for none of this. This is my job that I ain't getting paid for it. I come up with all these shows because I've been given that divine inspiration to come up with it. You think I'm doing this for free? You think I'm doing this for fun? I'm doing this because I want you to know what the hell is going on. And since we living in the last days, since we living in the last moments, seconds, hours, years, months, don't y'all see what's going on? The Lord
Well, if they don't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The Lord gonna have to clean house. Y'all understand that? He's gonna have to clean house. Because a lot of times what I see with our people is y'all don't take nothing damn serious. Y'all don't take nothing serious. How can some of y'all listening talk about we traders and you don't even know these dudes, man? Huh? We know them personally.
Or you shy dog, maybe they do know.
Man, and you gonna tell us that we a traitor? Traitor to who? Them? My loyalty
maybe they do
ain't to
know.
them.
Hold up, they might be these man pleasers that do know them and want to troll us, but we giving them the antidote
Y'all
tonight.
want to be a whore to them cats? Y'all want to be pimped out by them niggas? Excuse my language. Y'all want to be pimped out? Because a lot of people in them organizations is being pimped out. Some of them people telling me, or Malachi, because you don't roll with some certain camp, we ain't in the truth. I knew this before all of them niggas was even thought of.
Watch the word, brother. Come on now.
Sorry again. But I'm just saying, I was born in this knowing this. How some fat, overweight, jelly roll, disgusting pig gonna tell me, because I don't roll with him, I'm not in the truth. I knew this before that man even thought about knowing about this.
Now, brother, we may have, let's be mindful. Let's say robust, corpulent.
Robust, whatever, blimp. You look like the McHamburglar, bro. But anyway, nobody don't control my fate. You understand? And nobody ain't got the right to tell me, because I don't be with him or this camp or that camp here, I don't got no shot. The very man who created me is the one gonna tell me I got a shot or I don't make it. And it ain't no man down here. Y'all better wake up before it's too late. Y'all go, you know what our people's problem is? Y'all always miss the train. Y'all always late. Why y'all can't never be early? Huh? They always say black people always late. Y'all always late. You're late on everything. Here you got two men on here that got the info. And you just somebody gonna talk about we a traitor. To who, them? I don't give a damn about none of them. I give a damn about my soul. And my soul here is on the line. That's why the Lord called me and Malachi to come on here, because we know the deal. We know what's going on. You understand? Y'all ain't stand before the presence of the Most High or the Messiah.
But how about this? Stick around, because see, everything we're talking about, it's gonna come to a theater near you, and all of us, every last one of us, we're gonna have to make a choice. You're either gonna be good or you're gonna be evil. In the immortal words of George W. Bush, you're either gonna be good or you're gonna be evil. You're either gonna be for us or you're gonna be against us. And if you are against us, then you are the enemy of the Lord, and the double-edged sword of justice, his double-edged sword of justice, is gonna come for you. Now, on a lighter note, and we're gonna switch gears because we got this out the way now. We want to give a strong welcome to you out there in the panel listening. Okay, some of y'all got some very colorful names. We have Red Squid X-Files. Welcome. As always.
Red Squid, what's his name?
Red Squid X-Files. Colorful name. All right.
What's your favorite TV show? SpongeBob?
We got Iron Manna. Welcome, sister. Welcome. And as always, Mississippi's finest, Brother Tyrone. We see you.
Nah, don't go with the finest, please.
No. Hold on. No. What we doing here? We roll out the red carpet, and we're a hospitable host. No matter who may come in, we welcome them. Smash an idol. Welcome. Tenben or TNBN, I don't know what that stands for. Tenben, welcome. Vicar Emerson, welcome. Plus Beats, yeah, welcome, my man. And then Dominic Liddell, welcome to the Lions Den, y'all. Smash the lights.
Forgive me for the outrage and the uproar, the N-word. I lost it for a second.
Yeah, we're gonna get the ninjas. We got that. We okay. We understand, my brother. You know, passion. We got it. So moving on. We welcome you all. We thank you for your commentary and your insights. We're gonna be reading some of them, but we're just gonna do the welcoming right now. And all I see we have the ice cream car. I can't see.
That's Tawana.
That's Tawana.
Yeah.
Welcome, Tawana. Hello.
Wow. What you bringing on here? We talking about the fall of America. America is done. What's your take on America being done? Give us your insight.
Hey, before she do that, I just want to say one thing to Lehepa. Hey, Karima, if you could, I'll put my email in the chat. Hopefully, you can hit me back, right? And all I want to do is get some information with that thing right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to disrupt the show. You know what I'm saying? But I figure, you know,
it's not brother. You are not disrupting the show. This need to be talked about. Go.
I mean, I just want to know, you know, what the sister got. You know what I'm saying? Because I've scrubbed the I've tried to scrub the internet in and out about this, and I can't find nothing but one source. So, and I know, you know, the Lions Den, they with that source scrubbing shit. So, I mean, stuff on this show right here. So, I was hoping, you know, the sister had something to help the nation.
Fill me in on what the topic is in regarding the fall of America.
Okay. The title.
Wait. Hold on, guys. Hold on. We are, but I want to cover this issue. Okay, what camp and what group is this, Sister Karima? Please, we need to. I want to cover this first, y'all. This is very important. I don't believe what I'm seeing. Can you? What camp and what school is this, Karima?
I don't know what camp this is. I just know
Nobody knows.
she rocking with these people.
Who are these
So what
people?
we're looking at is a trans man who is in a supposed Israelite school, now married to one of the sisters in the school. Now, brothers and sisters, do you see? Hold up. Do you see how the Lord work? You see why He had us go down this train of discussion first? Now here we being called traitors, or you want to come at us with Shardana and here smashing idol, and now the lioness have brought forth why we do what we're doing. If this doesn't show you that we are under divine, we are under satanic attack, I don't know what will. Here it is, the Bible speaks about, and speaks in the book of Romans, the first chapter. It tells you that in these latter days and times, that you would have men, starting at Romans 1:26, that a vile spirit, an evil spirit will come here on this land. And here you see right now this vile spirit, where even the women will be taken out of their natural course and natural order. And this is what you got going on in a so-called Israelite school?
Can I read scripture?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Isaiah 3:9. This is the things that we're dealing with right now in our days, even though it's the days of old. Isaiah 3:9. They show the show of their countenance does witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto them, their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. It's the same thing that's going on right now when we see these this incident right here. It's like, it's important that our people understand that you have to embed yourself into the scriptures, into Psalms, into, you know what I'm saying, those type of things. Reason why, because if you don't have the understanding, then we living in a day where we're not just in AI, you know what I'm saying? We are actually in a deceptive time frame to where a person can change their gender. Well, they can't change their gender, but they can change the appearance of their gender and go into your home, and you think you got an extra wife, or you know what I'm saying, you think you got a righteous man, and due to lack of discernment through the scriptures, you'll be deceived. You know what I'm saying? On some Isaiah 66 type thing, that the Most High will allow you to be given over to your delusions. I'm done.
To Salah, I don't know if this is real or not, but yo, if this is something that's being generated, and this is not no AI, that Sister Karima is showing us, it has to be. Unfortunately, it's terribly real. But this is not. But I'm not shocked. Okay, but this only shows you why we're doing what we're doing. And when I mentioned earlier on about the counterintelligence program, J. Edgar Hoover, now it's in all y'all best interest, those who are listening right now to this broadcast. If you got your pen and papers, taking your notes, look these things up. Look it up for yourself. The Bible told us in the book of 2nd Esdras that in the book of the Bible called the Apocrypha, that greater evils are going to rise and take place. This is not shocking me. But this is only a confirmation of what we've been talking about the first hour. Some of y'all talking about we traitors. Now what you got to say about this? This is why we're doing these broadcasts. the audacity and the tenacity that you have this going on in what is supposed to be a moral reformation and restructuring. So we know where this is headed. But when you go into the ancient days of our history, of our nation's history, you had the Hellenists, okay, and Epicureans of our people within the Israelite structure who took on the customs of the Greeks and the Romans and the ruling empires of that time. Took on their customs, took on their ways, took on the Sodomitish ways. So there's nothing new under the sun. And this is why we're here doing what we're doing, and this is why we're saying, end game, America's done. This cannot go on, and it won't go on. And even if there are mediums out there that want to try to shut us down, we are going to continue to go on till the wheels fall off. Because this is utterly ridiculous. But now, so what we're talking about, Sister Tawana, is that we're giving a general discussion about the certain events that are happening in the country right now as we speak. And this is the second hour we're getting ready to go into, and we're going to go hard and heavy on some of the things that are transpiring, showing the divine judgment of the Lord on the society as we know it. So welcome, and what's on your mind, sister?
I'm just listening right now, just trying to see where the bill's gonna go. And
All
also,
right, okay. Well, okay, so she's just
we're
listening.
talking about the fall of America is close. This is
So you shut up. But you know what, Doc, you know she wants. Let's kick it off though. Let me kick it off.
And I'll jump in.
I'm gonna kick it off. First thing first, what you're probably not hearing on the media. Let's get it in. As of last week, we had in Chicago, PepsiCo, that brings you Pepsi Cola, just shut down another plant. Somebody mute their phone, please. Mute your phone. Mute your mic, please. On this background. So we go. They just shut down in Chicago an entire plant. Right now, as we speak, 78 people just lost their jobs. But hold on. PepsiCo closed down 3 other plants as well. So now, without warning, in direct violation of the Mann Act, which tells you that if you have over 100 workers or better, you're supposed to be giving them fair warning if you're going to close and shut down. No, PepsiCo just been shutting down all of a sudden. So right now we speak, several hundred people or better and climbing are now out of a job. But it's not just PepsiCo. Hold on, y'all. If y'all ain't been hearing the stories since last year into now, you've had major closings of the following stores: Frick's, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Big Lots, Red Lobster, Denny's, Wendy's, and Macy's. Okay?
CVS.
CVS. Thank you, CVS. Now,
a lot of those franchises are bought by other franchises and other stores as well.
Okay, so buyouts. We got buyouts going on, but Walgreens has shut down 1,200 stores. Rite Aid has shut down 200 stores, with another 53 coming. You got Red Lobster. They shut down 60 stores, in addition to the 100 they've already shut down beforehand. So if there are mergers and buyouts, but still in that, the crossfire is people are losing their jobs. You got job recruiters losing their jobs. You got tech people losing their jobs. Everything is just coming like a domino effect. So what we're seeing is the economy going to hell. But all this that we're seeing goes back to all the banks that are falling too. If you haven't heard about this, or this goes back to last year, and we're talking about it now because everything is connected. You have Silicon Valley Bank that crashed, right? Out in California. That's y'all neck of the woods. But check it out though. We've had 10 other banks which are the parent companies of other banks fall. You've had the fall of Customers Bancorp, Sandy Spring Bancorp, Allied Financial, First Republic Bancorp, First Foundation Inc., Dime Community Bank, New York Bancorp, Pacific Premier Bancorp. You have SVB Financial Group and Columbia Financial Group. All these companies are the parents of subsidiary company banks like Citigroup, your Chase, your American Bank. I forgot the acronym, but you get the idea. All these banks, these particular banks these Silicon banks going under, and now we're seeing the economy, just like the Bible said in the book of James, the 5th chapter, that their goal, that their whole economic system would start to be upheaved. And this is what we're looking at right now. Some of y'all who work, well, look, we all better start tightening our belts, bracing ourselves for what's coming. Because it's been a long time coming, but hey, this is the pain, the birthing pains the Lord said was going to happen once the society starts to fall. And while we got that going on, I don't know if you heard about this young man who was in September, just last month, y'all. That's September. You had Denoris Richardson. Here we go, y'all. Another black man found hanging, and this time it's in Montgomery, Alabama. He was found in a house, an abandoned house. He committed suicide, but are you ready? When they found him, his hands were tied behind his goddamn back. His name is Denoris Richardson, y'all. Back in February of this year, he filed a lawsuit against the police in that area of Montgomery, Alabama. Went missing, and now they just found him dead, with his hanging from in a house. He committed suicide, y'all, but his hands were tied behind his back. Come on, y'all. Damn.
Can I jump in here a little bit?
Sure, go.
Okay, I wanted to go back to what we were talking about in regards to the economics, in regards to the United States. Of course, we like to make sure that we're looking up the actual stats in regards to that. The unemployment rate for October 2024 is 4.1%. It looks like the customer price index is 0.2% as of September 2024. So we're looking at an increase at an annual rate of 2.8 in the third quarter of 2024, but that's a very, very small amount. Actual personal income actually increased in the United States by $50.5 billion and that's as of August 2024. The labor force participation rate skyrocketed actually to 62.5% in January 2025 over the average rate and also over the halfway mark. So I just wanted to give some information in regards to economics and where we are with economics right now here in the United States. And I also wanted to just, come with the information in regards to that. Then I also wanted to jump in.
But may I ask what's that according to, or who is it according to?
The U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysts. That's the source.
Can they be trusted? Can they be trusted?
I'm just saying that's the source. So that's this abroad. So that's going to be the source in regards to that. We could say, oh, it may, some conspiracy theory in regards to that, but that's just the information in regards to what it is.
No, listen, I welcome it, but see, now here it is with all that I'm outlining and what you're outlining. Look, I'm not going to say it's not true. All I want to know is, can they be trusted? Because see, we know how they do. You know how they like to fudge the numbers, and say one thing, but meanwhile, behind the scenes, okay, or they may leave certain things out. They're not counting certain things. Like we got told a few months ago.
The U.S. economy is strong despite inflation and remaining elevated. The economy is expanding at the crisp pace. That's where that number that I gave you was showing. There's more. In regards to people losing their jobs, you have to balance that out with more individuals actually having entrepreneurism. There's more people that are going into business for themselves. There's more people that are, buying these smaller franchises and having smaller businesses. So that kind of weighs out the bigger corporations that are losing, these people. And then if you look really in regards to the whole company and as abroad, 70, you said that 70 people had lost their jobs at Pepsi Cola. That's not a lot of people when you look abroad, because you look at how many people they actually employ. They maybe employ thousands of people, in different states, different bureaus, different things that they do within that company or under that corporation umbrella. So 70 people is not a large number.
No, that's 78 and counting. But the fact of the matter is that here it is, illegally they shut it down. They shut the plant down without giving these people warning. These are people,
I do understand that.
In direct violation,
kind of, make sure that, we're all on the same page with the correct information, and make sure that, we're kind of open-minded in regards to what's actually going on.
And I agree, but at the same time, though, as far as an entrepreneurial thing, let's also be advised that there are a lot of people who are entrepreneurial. They're not making it. They're actually going belly up. Okay. So again, when I hear this report, I'm not going to say that they're lying, but when it comes down to who's benefiting, who exactly the individuals benefiting from all this, chaos and people losing their jobs across the broad spectrum. Okay. Are they individuals who have investments with BlackRock and Blackstone? Two of the most notorious companies buying up all the houses, homes, and lands, and got rent through the roof. Are we talking about those individuals who are benefiting? Well, you got out in San Francisco, people living in a freaking pod, paying $700 a month to live in a freaking bunk bed with a fan, and, with a whole bunch of other people. So what individuals are benefiting from this? It's because now bear in mind, like Truth, we all know that truth can be either
The
objective.
minimum wage in San Francisco, just to get any job, the minimum wage in San Francisco is $18.67. I just wanted to put that out there as well.
Yeah, I'm aware of the increase out there in Cali as far as the minimum wage. But see, what good is a minimum wage when you're living in a steak and lobster economy and you're making frank and bean wages? Okay.
I can
See,
go with that, but at the end of the day, there's not that many people that don't. Well, at least they're not filing for unemployment and filing for the benefit. There's not the unemployment rate is actually really low. You can look it up.
okay, the unemployment rate is low according to whom? See, again, you know what? Look, sisters, I'm gonna be very frank with you.
Statistics.
I don't believe because these people lie so much. I don't believe what they're saying. I don't believe those statistics. Okay, when I'm up here, I'm in New York myself. I'm in New York, and looking at the unemployment rate here, and then I'm checking other nations and people outside of the U.S. Bureau giving straight up on the boots on the ground information. I don't trust anything the government says anymore. They lie so much. Like, for instance, we were told a few months ago, according to the Democrats, that crime in this country is down. But you know what they didn't do when they came up with that statistic? They didn't count New York. They didn't count Philadelphia. They didn't count Chicago. All the major cities, they didn't count.
They just counted New York. It looks like in New York, the regular long-term average was 7.69, and at this time the rate is 5.30 compared to 5.20 last month. So it's up. The unemployment rate is up from last month, but still down 2% from its average.
Okay, go ahead. Continue to elaborate. I'm listening.
So what we're looking at is you have to, when we say unemployment rates, we can't say the whole cities. What we have to say is inner cities that have unemployment rates, that have low income. That's what you see. The cities as a whole, the United States as a whole, the states as a whole, people work. That's usually what they do. They have a job, they work. If they don't work, they're doing some type of side gigs or whatever the case may be. So they're not filing for unemployment or wanting benefits of any sort. When you go into inner cities, you see more benefits. You see AFDC, you see these different types of Section 8, you see these different type of benefits. So the unemployment rate's going to be higher because they don't have to work. Because of those programs. Because you can stay on welfare for 25 years. Because if you have another baby, they'll give you more money. And because if you are in low income housing and you still have another baby, not only will they give you more benefits, but they'll give you a bigger house, more food stamps. So in the inner city, yes, you may not see a real high employment rate. You will see the unemployment rate fluctuated there. But in other places, to where there's people have to pay for stuff, not saying anything about low income individuals. I ain't no better than nobody, but I'm just giving real information. Where they have to pay for groceries and things of that nature, they're working because they don't have those benefits. You know what I mean? So when you're saying the unemployment rate is this, and you have to, you're not talking about the whole section. You're talking about inner cities. You follow me with that? So what I'm looking at is the unemployment rate right now, as of October 2024, in New York, California, and wherever else we want to look. It shows how it fluctuated up and down. See, people are still paying for this high food, this food that has everything in it that they don't supposed to get, because they're trained not to, they're trained to do that. They don't know any other sources. So even though the food went up, we don't see people starving. Even if they're unhoused, there's free places that they can go to take a shower. It's a free place where they can go to get them something to eat. So when you look at the different regions, that's when the difference is going to turn to you. And that's how you're going to look at these different regions. That's how, when you say America is going to fall, these different types of individuals look at America differently. Right? Some people look at America as, you know what, we're thriving. Even though all this goes on, the numbers say this. Yeah, we have unhoused, but we cleaned that up. We have tiny homes now. We have these 501c that have all these different programs to get them off the street if that's what we want. If they don't want to get off the street, we have these 501c's that come out and give them some needles. So at least if they do some whatever they're doing, they'll do it with a clean needle.
But every time America get hit with a burden, which they call a natural disaster, that's costing this country billions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hurting. Like, do you not understand how long it's going to take them to
It's not
clean
hurting
up
the individuals that don't have to pay for nothing. It's hurting the individuals that have to pay for everything.
Yeah, we're talking about the government. Talking about the government. You don't think it's hurting this country by giving all that free money to these migrants?
Yeah, it is. I think that it is. It takes from the citizens, but at the same time, they need to be taking the money from everybody and putting them into what we need to be put into, and pushing this unemployment rate.
What do you think it should be put into though? Let me hold on.
We should put it into the things that we need here. You know what I mean? Security, things that we need for sure. It doesn't make any sense why a person who runs with a football makes more than a professor.
God, let her talk. I want to hear what you got to say.
You know, anytime you in a land to where if you can kick a ball, you get more than an educator, there's something wrong. It shows what this land is about. So when you say the destruction of the land, it's not because of the economy, it's because of the spirits that inhabit here and what they do.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
Exactly. So I wanted to give some information about statistics, and so we could be on the same page as that, and also let you know that I heard you. The reason that we are headed for destruction is because this is Sodom and Gomorrah. You see what happened at the Olympics. You see what's happening right in front of us. You see what they're pushing on our children. You see it. It's you're not blind. You see how they want the Rainbow Coalition to be introduced as early as kindergarten. So you see it. The reason that it's going to be destroyed is because they're destroying what the Lord provided for us, which is this earth. He don't like that. So that I feel like, you know, You just got to sit back and watch. Long as you woke and you can see, you can watch. And you know everything that's going on right before your eyes. Just know who you belong to. You'll be all right.
Every kingdom rose had a
Somebody has to
time.
mute up. Mute up.
Somebody,
Mute your mic. Mute your mic.
all right, can y'all hear me? Hold on. Y'all can hear me now? All right.
We hear you loud and clear. Go, 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 go.
Every kingdom that rose, it fell. After it got just totally out of pocket, the corruption was unbearable, it fell. What make the rulers of this land think in their heart that this kingdom will stand, that it can never fall? They being sold a bunch of horse and oil.
Even Rome failed.
Yeah. Well,
That was a great land too, and it failed.
Yeah. I'll let you finish this. Let me make my point. You got people that believe on both sides of the spectrum. Some believe that Kamala Harris is going to make America great again, and some believe that the joke of all jokers, that he's going to make America great again. My message is neither one of them will bring back America to its state that it once was.
Amen.
We on God's time, and God is saying, I had enough. I'm tired. I'm tired of the evil. I'm tired of wickedness to the level that it is. I got to put a stop to it. And when he step up, nobody can do nothing about it.
Nope. I want to jump in right quick and go back to what you was talking about this man here. FBI investigates hanging death of Alabama man who sued local police. Family suspects foul play. It says the FBI has launched an investigation into the mysterious death of 39-year-old Denarius Richardson, a black man found hanging in an abandoned house in Colbert County, Alabama. The local sheriff's office labeled his September 28th death a suicide, but the circumstances surrounding his hanging have ignited fear and accusation of systematic misconduct among law enforcement in Colbert County. Richard's wife, Leah, is adamant that he did not take his own life, pointing out that he left no note and had no ties to the to the location where he was discovered. He didn't kill himself, she stated firmly, adding that her husband's tragic fate may be linked to a lawsuit he found against the local police in February, alleging he had been assaulted, sprayed with tear gas, tased, and denied a medical assistance while in police custody. The community also believes foul play was involved, largely thanks to his immense distrust between Black residents and officials in the area. There has long been a kind of disconnect between communities of color and law enforcement. Tory Braley, president of the local NAACP, articulated, reflecting on the haunting legacy of racial violence in the region. Within the state as a whole, there were 359 reported hangings between 1887 and 1943. According to the Equal Justice Initiative, in Colbert County alone, there were 11. Civil rights attorney Roderick Van Daniel also suggested that Richardson's demise may have caused people to have fear speaking up. Citizens are living in fear of retaliation, his family said to Sheffield community, and they deserve answers. Van Daniel declared during a rally for justice. So basically, they're saying that we feel confident in what our findings were, but we feel like by doing this, we can give the family more peace of mind. They're going to go ahead and, I guess, keep on investigating it, even though they said they exhausted their resources. So that's the
Yes.
Where
backstory.
did this take place?
Yeah, that is in Colbert, Alabama, and it happened on September the 28th. And this is
Of this year?
yes, sir. And it's under FBI investigation because they're saying the police did it. They think allegedly,
Well, I'm gonna say
it was pushed towards the police being at fault in some sort of way. Allegedly.
well, what I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna let you back. Can you please? Thank you. I'm asking for the Lord to bring justice to this man's family. That means I'm asking for swift destruction on the state of Alabama. I don't care what you do. I want that city, that town, that state to be in pain for what they have committed against this man. I'm asking the Almighty Father to bring death to Alabama. Straight talk. I don't give a damn who don't like what I said. I'm asking them to bring death to Alabama for what they done to this man. She read the facts of how many people got lynched from what year until what?
It looks like hold on one second. 1877, between 1877 and 1943, 359 reported hangings.
That's more than 130 some odd years of lynchings.
They lynching somebody more than one time a year though. 359. They lynching more than one person a year for sure.
You know, Alabama, Mississippi is legendary for hangings of our people. Come on.
But what I want to come on. Well, let me chime in on. But what I find disturbing is this here. We have this case here where this young man filed a lawsuit in February of this year. And what, about 4, 5, 6 months later, he decides to kill himself, according to them?
7 months, you mean?
Okay, well, okay, thanks. Thank you. 7 months later, he decides to kill himself. But we had this case here, and then you had Javion McGee, 21-year-old truck driver, out of Chicago. He's driving through his route, and according to investigators, the FBI, according to them, Mr. Javion McGee decided to stop in Henderson, North Carolina, and hang himself. He couldn't have killed himself.
About the old 65-year-old brother that was murdered too, lynched.
Get his name. I want to make sure we say his name. But what I'm saying is it. We can't. I'm gonna make it clear that we can't prove anything directly, and that's why I'm gonna join Sister Tawana. Am I saying Tawana? Am I saying your name right?
Yes, you are. Tawana.
All right. We're gonna use the word allegedly. All we're gonna say is this here. Connect the dots. He filed a lawsuit against the police department. And then here it is 7 months later, he quite dead. All right? This takes me back to all the individuals who, in somebody look up the case of Mike Brown, where that took place. Cause I hate when I get a brain freeze. But everybody who was an activist in the case of Mike Brown, when he was shot and killed a few years back, all of those people are now dead and gone. Okay, normally I would have names on file, but I'm just going extemporaneous right now. But this stinks. But this is not an isolated incident. What happened to Denoris?
Let me say something real quick to clear it, because I follow that case too.
Sure, go.
Police departments is actually the ones that's asking the FBI to investigate this case. So let's make sure that's be clear too.
And that's fine. I thank you for that. But at the same time, though, this stinks because again, here it is. First we had Javion McGee, and now we have Denoris Richardson. Brothers just all of a sudden just committing suicide. Not saying that it's not possible, but they lynching themselves with their hands behind their backs or some other extraordinary means. Come on now, are we not stupid? All right? And especially in alleged sundown towns.
Can we see that video of Javion McGee and what happened in regards to his tragedy?
They showed the video of him buying supplies, rope, and everything else. They showed that video. Okay? But somehow, some way, as always, whenever black folks are found lynched in the vicinity with their cameras or whatever else going on, the cameras all of a sudden don't goddamn work.
For real. You that right there. I can jump in and testify to that. For real. Everything goes on, and then all of a sudden you find out, you thinking that you're safe or whatever the case may be. I could testify to that, and come to find out the cameras don't even work. They're not even getting full images. They got lightweight everything all of a sudden, and you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. I could for sure agree with that one.
And Linus, who is this that we're looking at? Is that the if we're looking at Denoris Richardson?
That's the young brother.
I just sent that to you. I sent that to your phone, and I sent another one. Check them both. But I sent that one too.
I can't. Yeah, I can't get over
Thank
there.
you.
I'm already on that.
All right,
I've
thank
already
you.
been looking at it.
Well, for those who are watching the show,
Anything you
for all
have
you
to
know-
send, post it over here, because I'm not on that. I'm not on that channel. I mean, I'm not using my phone. I'm on the computer. So you have to send it to the.
No, I'm
Facebook.
saying I sent this to Malachi. I sent this one here,
Oh, okay.
and I sent another one too about 7,000 white people in 1933 hanged a young black man.
So we were, for those who are watching the show, that's a picture of Mr. Denoris Richardson. Okay? It happened in Montgomery, Alabama. What was the name of the county, though, sister?
It was in Clarkson. Hold on. Colbert County.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. See what we're showing you here. See, there's point. Sometimes even in our discussions, we have point, counterpoint. And I thank the sister for coming in early on, bringing in other statistical data and everything else to show and prove that we are fair and biased. If there's oversights on my part, then okay, I apologize. And I thank her for coming in to shore it up. See, each one teach one, reach one. It's not about ego here. But on this case here, though, yo, what I'm looking at is here. These two, the Javion McGee case, this young man here, Mr. Denoris Richardson, this ties into all the other killings that I named to you previously happening out of Mississippi. Okay? And this is all recent. From March 2023, Rasheem Carter. who called his mother. If you remember that case last year, he called his mother from a police station. He went to the police looking for help. He indicated he was being stalked by 2 truckloads of white men, okay? One of whom he worked with or worked for. The police told him he couldn't stay. One of them put him in a squad car, drove him a couple of miles down the road or wherever else. The next time they find him, his head's cut off, his spinal column missing. And this goes on, and this happened to Philip Carroll and Jeremy Jerome Jackson in 2017. One was found with his head cut off and body burned. And Philip Carroll was 22 years old in 2017, June of 2017, with his head. No, he was found hanging from a tree in Jackson, Mississippi. His death rule, survey says, is a suicide. But his hands were tied behind his back. Now, we have also.
If he had all the magic powers, why he couldn't have destroyed the men who hung? Because you gotta be a man. How could you hang yourself, right? You in midair putting a rope around your neck, right? And the rope is around your neck. You gonna be able to tie some rope around your neck.
Listen, the reason that he didn't do that is because he didn't do it. That's the whole thing. That they feel like we stupid. If you could try to imagine, how are you gonna be bonded unless you're gonna put it in there and then just put your head in there and then jump, kick a chair or something? But other than that, how are you gonna do that? But I'm pretty sure it probably can be done. How though?
Did you see the photo on there?
Let me conclude. But also, again, in Mississippi, there are now, as it stands, 31 unsolved cases in Jackson, Mississippi alone. Okay, unsolved cases of black men and women. I'm going to include them as well. Women are getting hit too. With their heads cut off and their spines cut out. Or some of them found, hey, what is going on? That this is happening. See, what we have to understand is, look, all we are saying now, all who are listening, get your power tools, get your prayers up and running, because a defense mechanism is needed, man. Because it's clear to see that there's certain people out here who are determined to put the hurts on us. They're not playing.
Something quick.
Go.
The last time we had a stream months ago, I said something a day before the eclipse. And the next day, Malachi is my witness. Then something happened as I called it the day before. He must have stepped away and he come back.
No, you call for a judgment, and a sandstorm of a major magnitude swept through Europe, Eastern Europe.
So what I'm saying again, I'm calling for judgment on Mississippi and Alabama and any state that has these acts committed against us. I'm calling for judgment again. I want bodies piled up, because the racist acts that these people have in their mind towards us, I am sick to my stomach.
Can we pull back a little bit to the United States?
We talking about the United States.
Sure, sure. Hold on, hold on. I want to see. I want to see what direction she wants to go. Go.
We were talking about what is going on in the United States, and I was kind of reiterating on what I was saying in regards to the Black communities. I kind of looked into that. The state in the United States that has the most Blacks is Texas, right? Texas has, let's see, go back, maybe 14 million people that are Black, right? Their unemployment rate overall, this is the whole state, is 4.1. But Blacks, specifically Blacks, are around 6.0. This means that they take their Black Texans is significantly higher than other races. If you look at the overall Texas unemployment rate is 4.1%, the Black Texans unemployment rate is 6.0%. So that's where we start to look and say, oh, well, we're deprived, in regards to where we live and what's going on where we live. In regards to these killings, these officer-involved homicides, these officer-involved killings. The officer-involved killings are at a very, very, very low rate compared to Black-on-Black crime. We can't have this conversation without talking about the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is we kill each other and we are at each other's demise more than any other nationality on
Who
earth.
is the reason behind the hate? Why we do that?
Wait, first of all, hold on.
There is no who is the
Let me
reason
just
behind
cross
it. There is no
Hold
who
on. Let
is the reason behind
let's
it. Let
clear
me
one thing
finish.
up.
Wait a minute. Don't hold on. Let me finish my bill. I'll let you guys speak, right? Just let me finish. Give me one moment. You see where I'm going with this? When we always point the finger at other entities, I don't care if it's a person, place, or thing, without looking first in the mirror, that's where we go wrong at.
Now, I'm gonna jump in quick when you let me jump in. I'm gonna ask a question.
Hold on. So with that, I feel that the reason that it is a demise for this nation is because we don't have the strength to build our own, to create economics for us. Everybody is so busy wanting to be the chief. Nobody ever wants to be the Indian. And that's what you get in every single step of life with our people. It doesn't matter if it's school or business or even here on the platform. It's always somebody that feels like they are dominant over the other instead of focusing on the commonalities and unifying. That's what I feel is going to be the demise. And that's what I think the promise was broken at. There's more of us that don't obey the laws, more of us that are responsible, but playing the role like we don't know that we're responsible. I go outside and I see all these men, literally, they on drugs. These are men that could work, these are men that could build, but they out there on drugs. So before we could really say blame anybody else's nation, you gotta look at what's going on. Look at the men's in the mirror, the women's in the mirror, the mothers that are raising the children, the fathers that are leaving the homes. You gotta look at all of it.
Let me know
right?
when I can jump in quick, please.
Go ahead and jump in.
My thing is this. Mute up, please. Who owns this earth that everybody is upon? Who has the right to all life on earth, whether that life stays or goes? That's the thing I'm pointing out. Nobody don't got the right to say, I don't got the right to be alive. That's where I'm pointing it at. We know our people killing each other in these streets. That's from a biblical stance because our people did not obey the voice of the Most High, and he put that plague on us. But let's deal with these people who think it's they damn right to say, I live or die. Nah, you ain't got the right to say nothing. And that's
Where are you going with that? I don't even get where all that's coming from.
Hold up a second. I'll let you talk.
I don't get that.
You got to let me finish. All right. Hey, the commander-in-chief is God himself. He got the right to say whatever he want, and he got the right to do whatever he want. These creatures act like it's given to them. Now it's time for him to put their ass in their place. That's what I'm talking about. I get all of what you said about our people killing each other. I get it. But they ain't got the right. They don't got the damn right to kill us just because of the way we look. You see that over there? That's going on in Spain? What the hell you think that is? That's God's anger towards these people and the crimes they committed on this earth. What the hell you think he gonna bring to America? America is finished and ain't nobody coming to save it. That's my damn answer.
But let's be careful how we talk to each other here on the panel, brother. I want you to please be mindful. All right, the sister has a right to her opinion, but now I want to add on. So first of all, let's get one thing clear: that black on black crime thing, black on that. Okay, you know what? Hold up. You know what? Play the video first. I can always come back.
Yeah, because I want to bring the little receipts y'all already been talking about, which I was talking about Spain, how they destroyed Spain. I want to bring that up. And then after that, I want to bring the video up about the guy suing the police department and then end up hung. So when I be putting things up, it's just basically relating to the topic that you said. And I'm going to do it real quick and let you get back in order.
What you showed is just a small taste of what I saw. I seen worse. The videos I seen coming out of there was worse than what you showed.
But still, that's a very interesting piece and clip. But now, getting back on what I was saying earlier, now I want to make something clear. Another point I want to add to what the sister brought out early on about the black on black issue. First of all, black on black crime, there's no such thing. That's a myth. That's a made up myth going back 35 years or better by one Rupert Murdoch and other Fox affiliates who came up with that ridiculous notion. Okay, this ridiculous notion that black folks, out of all the races on the planet Earth, are just killing each other like it's going out of style. That's a made-up term, because when you take time out to look at the United States Bureau of Crime and Statistics, it's been proven and shown that the majority of crime that's committed is usually race on race. So when it comes down to the issue of white folks, their numbers are 85% and up, white on white crime. But that it's not called that. It's called the lifetime and other ways and means. When it comes to Asian, Chinese, Japanese, whatever, their rates of killing one another is through the roof, but it goes underreported. Now, I bring this up because I want to make sure we understand. Yes, we have our internal issues, okay? But I think what my big argument is, we don't need white contributions to the issue that we're trying to stop. Yeah, okay, we got some of our brothers and sisters at each other's throat. We have that issue going on. But what I don't want is for this whole black on black crime thing to be pushed any longer. That's a lie, made up. But we do have our issues. But I'm with Yeshaya down on this one. What we don't want is white law enforcement and now civilians and they have been for the longest since we've been here, adding their contribution. See, that's the issue. See, like the late great Malcolm X said, be careful when you have the media telling you about you. Because see, the media they're skillful. American media especially. They're skillful wherein they'll have you loving the criminal and hating the victim. So in this case, it was Rupert Murdoch and the Fox bunch from way back in the day that came up with this ridiculous notion of black on black crime and would have you believe that we're killing each other. Now, do we have our internal issues based upon the biblical curses that the Lord said will be upon us? Yes, we do. And have we addressed those issues? Yes, we have. But this is an issue. That's a separate issue versus all these outside heathens who are now contributing to the killing. You got Asians now shooting and killing unarmed black men and women in South Carolina, North Carolina. Okay, and they go down there and on their takeovers. See, we don't need that. Here it is, statistically speaking, because believe it or not, they're the time when the FBI and CIA do tell the truth. They do confirm that when it comes down to hate crimes, black folks are the biggest victims of other people bringing their contribution on murdering and gunning us down and being allowed to get away with it. But it was the Asians giving an anti-hate crime bill. And let them tell it. Let Juju Chen of ABC and some of these other Asian newscasters, let them tell it. A few years back, it was blacks attacking Asians. Meanwhile, in Texas and a few other areas, we done seen Asian shop owners attacking and beating the life out of black folks. But they but they're the ones giving the anti-hate crime bill. So we got to look. So let's be careful with that black on black crime. No, we have our issues, but don't let someone else label what we got going on. But meanwhile, you got the Manson family, okay? And you have the Poison Clan and all the other groups and all the other people out of other races killing each other like it's going out of style. Here in America, white on white crime. How do we see it? Who's the biggest mass school shooters, church shooters, and movie theater shooters? All up in these white suburbs, they murder each other like it's going out of style. But they want to have you believe that in Chicago, everything is out of control. That black folks see, we got to be careful. That's all I'm saying. We can address the issues, but the real elephant is an elephant that was put there by somebody else's machinations. But I do agree with you. We also have to be vigilant about the traitors and the underbelly in our race wreaking havoc willfully. I do agree with that. That's also something the Lord gonna deal with, because he did say that when he begin his judgment, it's also gonna begin at his inheritance house too. So all you race traitors out there, all you brothers and sisters out there, get your act together. We all gotta repent and reform now, while the repenting and reforming is good. But let me take a quick time out, y'all. Let's see who's talking. See, we got people making comments, and unlike other social media platforms, we're gonna read some of the comments. We have we got Salaya Yah, Apostles of Quan TV, trying to hit the panel, Karima. Okay, I don't know. Okay, if you can find him, you can get him. We got 1968 in the house. We make no laws and we pass no bills. That's true. And we've been getting,
It's on here.
okay, we've been getting punked here in America. Okay. Betty H, you're saying that crime was more under Trump. Okay. Okay. That's interesting. You say Trump represents Triple K and white supremacy. All right. Betty H, let me see who else is talking. We have indigenous black man. How did the drugs get in their community? No accountability for the true manipulators. Exactly, indigenous black man. I'm with you on that one.
Blame your government for letting them in.
Okay, so Betty H, you're right. The USA will not escape the judgment, but y'all calling out Alabama and Mississippi. You got that right. We sure are. Okay, I am Manny. You're right. We do got to. This is a sad world. This is a very sad world. So it's good to see y'all talking, and we thank you all for your contributions and your opinions. Now, I hear we got Apostles of Quan in the house. If so, welcome, brother. What's on your mind?
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother, for allowing me to share this platform. Much respect to everybody. Big ups to brother JT, baby Hebrew. It's been a while since we shared the same platform together. America bill is due. You've been supping off God's people for long enough. The bill is due. You done had your filet mignon. Your salmon and the spinach to go along with it. But now it's time to pay. Render due for services provided. The Most High is ready to collect. You owe a debt, America. And your check is bouncing. You can't pay this debt. It's deeper than the deficit that you claim. This debt that you owe even your fourth generation can't afford to pay it. So unfortunately, your flesh is required. They said apostles scaring people. Well, y'all been scaring people for a long time. My people been living in fear for a long time. It's just so happened that God has a system. It's a retribution system. That which you sow, you shall reap. Your days of sowing is over. You owe a debt, and it's time to pay it. Unfortunately, your check can't cover it. That's what we must understand. Now, we are in the driver's seat. You can't lie your way out of it. You can't fake your way through it. The signs of the time are showing forth. Euphrates River is dried up. Revelations 12, and I saw a woman in the heavens with the sun and the moon at her feet. Upon her head are 12 stars. And I saw a great red dragon whose tail drew a third of those stars, of the 12 stars, a third, and carried away, seeking to destroy the child that was in her womb. But our Redeemer still lives. And vengeance belong to him. Say the scriptures, does it not, brothers? It's time to cash in. It's time to cash in. Payday. I'm going to park my car right there, brothers.
May I jump in briefly, family? If there's no objection, I'll say very quickly, getting back to the African American high unemployment rate, we got to realize that the jobs that African Americans could be working are being taken by illegal aliens and other immigrants, foreign invaders.
Mm.
And if we keep turning a blind eye to the foreign invasion in the U.S., there will be no more majority African American communities. All of our communities will be taken over. We're living under a foreign occupation as it is by definition. Every time
I
you
agree with
see,
you.
please let me say this, and I'll say this in closing. Every time you see an illegal alien, you must acknowledge that they are colonists in our communities. Illegal aliens is a euphemism or a synonym for colonizer. That's what they are. They even make you, when you dial in to any public phone number, any, let's say you call 311 or 911, etc. What's the first thing they ask you? Press 1 for Spanish, press 2 for English. Foreign languages are being forced upon us, the languages of colonizers.
Multigenerational mulatto.
Yes, multi-generational mulatto is my name.
Mulatto. Okay. 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 Let me ask you a question, brother.
Yes, sir.
What are you?
I'm a mulatto.
Okay. No. What I'm saying, are you a foreigner here?
Not at all. I have U.S. indigenous ancestry.
Oh. So who's the illegal alien?
And I'm glad you asked that. The illegal aliens are the Mexicans that came to the U.S. illegally, the El Salvadorians that come to the U.S. illegally, the Guatemalans that come to the U.S. illegally, the Somalis that come to the U.S. illegally, the Chinese that come to the U.S. illegally, the Ukrainians that come to the U.S. illegally. Any foreigner that is occupying the U.S. illegally is by definition an illegal alien.
Okay, so what are the people that call this here country the U.S.? Is that what you called it as an indigenous, or is that what somebody else called it that was a foreigner?
And let me respond to that. Actually, the U.S. was created by multiple different groups. You had the Caucasian colonists, you had the African slaves, you had the Moors, you had some Israelites, you had some U.S. indigenous tribal nations, etc. Before
S-
these people came together and founded the U.S., there was no United States. It was just multiple different U.S. indigenous tribal nations, such
Okay,
as the Chickasaw, the Cherokee, the Piscataway, the Shinnecock, etc. So, in
okay,
other words, there was no United States of America before these different groups I just named came here and founded the nation.
okay. So which one actually founded the nation of all those nations? You
It
saying they
wasn't
all did it collectively?
exactly,
They all did it
exactly.
collectively?
Or in other words, well, yes, short answer, and the long answer, and this still be brief. The U.S. didn't exist until all of these different groups coalesced.
They didn't.
No, the U.S. did not exist before all these groups came
So the
together.
13 colonies
Yes,
that existed,
exactly.
were they friends with the indigenous?
I said nothing about friendship, but to answer your question, you had these different colonial European groups that waged war and genocide against the U.S. indigenous tribal nations, and you also had U.S. indigenous peoples that assisted the European colonists.
So the same European
Yes,
that came here and strangled your ancestors into
yes,
submitting, into submitting. You
yes,
submitted, and now y'all
and I
came
also have
together.
European ancestry, brother. You can't leave that part out. So the European
You got
colonists that you just mentioned, they are
uh-huh.
also my ancestors.
They are also your ancestors.
Definitely, I'm a mulatto, brother. That's my name is mulatto. I have African ancestry, European ancestry, U.S. indigenous ancestry. I even got some Sephardic Jewish ancestry, some Asian ancestry. I'm mixed race, brother. But I'm
Yeah,
listening. What's your point?
yeah. I mean, you sound like we could be related.
Yes, sir. We are
Yeah, we
most
could be
likely.
related. But
Most likely.
the difference is I know that European,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't welcome him. He didn't become a voluntary part of me. He forced
But
himself upon me.
so that means you're the product of the European and you have European ancestry, correct?
Yeah, but
Exactly.
but
So I'm just acknowledging DNA.
but I don't acknowledge to be him
It's
or
not about
part of
being
him.
him. It's about being what you are, brother. The
Yeah.
DNA don't lie. So when you take a DNA test, the European ancestry is still there. It's never been erased. So you have to acknowledge what you actually are, not what you
Oh yeah.
want to be.
Yeah. Well, no, because I didn't voluntarily sup with the European. He forced himself.
And as a result,
See, the
the Europe.
Cherokee didn't force himself.
No, I agree with everything you're saying, but the point is, the European DNA is in you, correct?
Yeah,
So
he
we have. So
forced it.
that's what we have to deal with, brother. So that's the
Yeah,
only point I'm making.
but
So
my fighting
let. So hold on,
spirit.
hold on, brother. Back to my initial point. When it comes to the founding of the United States, we are descendants of the founders. My point is, being descendants of the founders, we must practice self preservation. Just like we cannot go to Mexico illegally and receive any jobs, any free housing, etc. Just like we can't go to any of the other countries I just named. We can't go to El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Somalia, any Cameroon. I'll name some African nations. We cannot go to any of these countries illegally and receive free housing that's paid for by the local taxpayers. We, as descendants of the founders of the U.S., we must have self-respect and dignity to protect our borders and preserve our communities for our future generations, for our own descendants. That's the point I'm making.
So you want a part of this.
Well, it's our birthright, brother. You don't realize
Oh,
that?
it's your birthright. So answer me.
How's it not? What can I ask you? How's it
Okay.
not our birthright?
Let me ask you a question. Are you
But don't
willing to
evade that question, brother. I'm asking you directly. How is a part of the U.S., that's how you worded it, how is it not your birthright as a descendant of the founders of the U.S.?
because I don't claim it. But
So you rather let
ask you.
foreigners claim it. Hold on, brother. So you rather allow foreigners to claim it? Because
No,
that's
no.
what's happening. The Chinese are coming to the U.S., they're buying up farmland and real estate. The Mexicans are coming to the U.S., not just Mexicans,
Guess
Hispanics are
what?
coming.
They can
Hold
have
on, slow down, brother. Hispanics have come to the U.S. There are multiple majority Hispanic states. Simultaneously, there's not one majority African American state. Foreigners are coming here and claiming our land as their own, and you telling me that you don't want a part of this, but you're gonna let
No,
the foreigners get a part of it? How
no.
does
You
that
know
make
why
sense,
I don't
brother?
want a part of it? Because I don't want to be a part of the debt that they owe for it. To claim to be a part of it, you're claiming the debt
Brother, hold on.
that's owed.
Hold on. Let me respond to that,
No,
brother.
see, hold on, gentlemen, hold on, slow down. Let's
I
slow
want
down
to
for a second.
respond to that point, though. Please,
I know,
because
I
me and
got it.
him are
But
having a productive dialogue. Let me respond to
okay, go
that
ahead.
point,
Okay, go ahead. Respond,
brother.
please.
If the nation has a debt, and this is our nation of origin, then brother, rightfully so. Just like in real life, if you got credit card debt, if you got any debt, you got to pay your debt, brother. Or in other words, and I say this in closing because I know the other brother want to speak. What will our great grandchildren say about us when they look back at history and they see that we allow foreigners to take over the same land, the same communities, the same states that we was supposed to pass to our grandkids as an inheritance? What would they say about us, brother?
Oh, so you claim an inheritance here. Your
Brother,
inheritance is here.
don't evade that question,
No,
brother.
I think what
When
he's
our
saying,
when our
I get
grandkids,
exactly what he's saying.
all right, when
I
our
don't have
grandkids,
no inheritance
hold
here.
on, slow down, brother. When our
I
grandkids
don't
are able,
claim
hold
no
on, brother.
inheritance.
Let's not be emotional. When our grandkids are able to
Oh,
look
I'm being
at,
emotional.
brother, please slow down. When our grandkids are able to look over to the multiple majority Latino states, when our children are able to look over to the multiple Asian Chinatowns, Koreatowns, little Vietnams, little Cambodias, etc., and they see the majority Arabian communities in the Midwest and in New Jersey, etc., and in New York, but they see that the African American communities no longer exist and we are a figment of the past. What do you think our grandkids will say about us, brother? That's my only question.
About us. I don't know what they say about us. I
Brother,
don't
they'll say we was cowards and we gave up, we threw in the towel. When we were
that's
supposed to
what they're
be
gonna
building
say.
for them, yes, that's exactly. They might say it even worse, brother. When we were supposed to be building for our future generations, we said, no, I don't want a part of this. This ain't mine. I don't want a part of the
America don't
national
got
debt.
no future, man. It don't.
No,
Exactly.
but wait, hold on. You know what, gentlemen, slow down. What I'm going to say this here. I'm with multi-generational mulatto on this one. I know exactly what he's saying. Why? Look, yeah, America has a fiery judgment. It may have a divine judgment coming, but then again, dying is a long way from being dead. Okay. Bottom line is, while we're here, in the meantime, in between time, I do feel some kind of way about the fact this government in our faces giving money. Somebody mute their mic, please. Here it is, money that should be ours in the form of reparations. The same money they telling us that they ain't have to give to us
Exactly.
and to make up for it. Here it is, they giving billions in our damn faces to these illegal aliens. Now, indigenous black man, he asked, well, if America's falling, why are these people flocking here? I'll tell you why, indigenous. When you getting freebies and handouts and goodies, why wouldn't you come? If they're being paid billions, millions to billions, free housing, free everything that we should be getting. If this country wants to atone,
Free
somebody
3,000 a month. They get a free 3,000 a month just for crossing the border and making it over here.
Exactly.
repeat that again, please, sister.
They get up to $3,000 a month for illegally coming here.
And what does that tell you?
Tell
If
who?
they give it to them so easy and they haven't given you nothing, what does that tell you?
It tells me
What do
that
you
we gotta
mean,
fight
sir?
harder.
What,
That's
what
what
do
it
you what do
tells
you
me.
mean? What does that tell? What does that tell? They give it to anybody who doesn't work. But at the
What I'm
same, because they got
saying,
SSI, they got all kind of benefits for everybody who don't work. But in regards to the immigrants coming here and getting that free money, it's a disgrace because the people who want to make $3,000 a month have to work.
what I'm
We don't
saying
get a
is,
free check. We get
who,
a check if you got kids or whatever. You get a welfare check, free Medi-Cal and all
Well,
the stuff that they
they
give
why
you.
ain't
are
doing
you
nothing different than any other country. You can
looking
go,
to
you can go
your
Right.
to, no,
enemy
no.
to
You can
bless
go
you?
to Canada, you can go anywhere, and they're gonna pay the citizens for being there.
Yes, every single country has that
You can go to any country, and they're gonna pay you just for being a
to
citizen there.
colonize, basically to colonize. Just like how other countries
It's no
colonize
different.
here, we could go places to colonize
And
as
they
well.
give you
You could
way
be
more.
dual citizens. You could be dual citizens, be here and somebody and somewhere else.
And I'm glad you said that. You said dual citizens. That's a legal status. The difference is illegal aliens are coming here illegally and receiving benefits that are paid for by our tax revenue.
And that's what needs to stop. The word
Exactly.
illegal means just that.
Exactly.
They shouldn't, I feel like they shouldn't get anything if they're illegal. They need to go through the process to be legal. And maybe, I don't know how long the process is. I can look it up right now. But if there's an issue, they can try to figure out the process to make it faster. What I don't get is where's all those kids that was at the border? See, we have a lot of things that's going on in regards to the United States as well. The United States had put a center, intake center at the end of Texas, and there was a lot of people there and a lot of children that was displaced from their parents. There was 500 children that went missing, and nobody has said anything about that. The border is a big mess altogether. Just everything about it. The way that they're letting people in, how they let some people in, how they literally sit and watch them get here, how they're, taking the kids, raping the kids, making sure the kids are mules, things of that nature. The border altogether is just a big mess.
I want to say this.
How many? Go ahead.
I don't be tripping off of things like that because for the simple fact that is, if you thought that was going to stop us or give us any kind of benefits, that's
Right.
not, that's just the excuse
It's
that
right.
people use to say, well, this is why we're not getting it. We're never going to get it in the first place because they
You're not
weren't trying
gonna
to
get
give
it.
it to us in the first place. They benefit off of immigrants. Just like a job benefits off of different nationalities. They get paid just hiring different nationalities and different people. It's a write-off just by hiring. You got a bunch of Mexicans. You hire one black person, you get a write-off. But this is the thing. We wasn't always here either. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just like a white person saying, go back to where you came from. It's like, you know what I mean? America is built on bull. So at the end of the day, why is we tripping off of who coming up in here and what they getting when
Right.
at the end of the day, you
Can I
feel
answer
me?
that?
They ain't doing
No,
nothing for
no.
us
Wait
and
a
getting
minute.
us nothing. That ain't benefiting
Right.
us. No
And
way.
I want to answer that.
Meanwhile,
They is not gonna get us
meanwhile,
reparation by not staying away
right.
from here. They're
And
not gonna get us
meanwhile,
no money
Oh,
by
they'll
staying
kill
away
us
from
all
here.
before they give us
They're not even
reparations.
gonna get us a
meanwhile,
job
right.
because they're not here. You feel me?
Everybody calm
They're gonna
down.
do things
Let
that we
Linus
don't do.
finish.
Hold on, I'm talking. They're gonna do things that we don't even do. We
Right.
complain about half of the jobs that we don't even do or care about doing.
Right.
But America shouldn't be tripping off of who coming over here building and doing anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it's enough stuff that can be created for everybody, but we so stuck on, you feel me, crabs in the bucket, you know what I mean, with the whole everybody. Like at the end of the day, it's like, we're not getting nothing because somebody is coming over here. That's not the case. We wasn't getting in the first place.
Wasn't applying ourselves. Them,
Okay,
them black people is not working in them fields or building them houses. They're not doing that. You're not gonna
we
get them
already
to go
did
back to
that.
the
We was,
field.
we was doing that for free.
Exactly. You're not gonna get them to do that. So they need other nations to come and do that because we ain't doing it.
But now you
Not
double
voluntarily.
Not going for us in the first place.
Understand.
Okay, one at a time, y'all. One at a time.
I'm trying to get in. Understand that California and Arizona and Texas used to belong to them.
Right, they
The
down the street
country,
from us.
that's their country.
Can I respond to that, please? It'll
They
be so
were
brief.
there when when the white man came and forced them off that land. They still look at Texas as their land. They
And
still
please,
look at California as their land.
yes,
It
and
belonged to them.
now I hear you. Let me please respond to that. It'll be so brief.
So listen, you can respond.
Oh,
No, we ain't
the
need
point
no
is,
confrontation,
what
no
does it
back
make?
and forth.
Why?
Your energy
Everyone,
just
hold on, y'all. Come on, hold on. Wait.
Hold on. Let me say this real quick. Because
Go.
it's not going to be no back and forth. It's not going to be no comparison. You actually came and kind of changed the topic to where it's kind of like a back and forth, and that's not what I wanted.
Oh,
you feel me? It's a straight bill. Add to what we.
And I was trying to build on what
Hold
I was
on.
trying to build.
No, hold on, because you kind of
Alright.
stopped me, and you keep unmuting your mic, and you keep stopping people like this is the debate, and you trying to guide them on how they say it and what they say. We're not doing that, okay? Fairly.
Yeah. I mean, y'all.
So at the end of the day, we're gonna allow each other to speak. We're not gonna stop nobody because this is not the time. This is not a debate. This is not a confrontation. This ain't, you know what I mean, bringing that type of energy. We talking about America.
Yeah, I'm not trying to debate. Can I at least say that? I'm not trying to debate. I was trying to build.
You was interrupting the brother Apostle a couple of times while he stopped trying to direct his conversation. So please don't do that. Let him.
Yes,
get it
ma'am.
out.
Can I
Thank
speak after him? Just so I'm
Yes,
clear.
you
Can I
can.
speak after him? All right,
Yes, you
thank you.
can.
Listen, I'm saying, you choose this day whom you going to serve. Like Brother Joshua said, because that's what it's going to come down to. You can choose this piece of dirt. I'd rather not. I put my faith in the Most High and what He already has for me. Because what He got for me, can't no man take it. It's mine. And I claim that with the Most High, my portion, what the Most High has for me. And one thing He has let me know, I got no future here. And if you think you got a future here, when January 6th come, and it's 40 times worse than it was 4 years ago, claim your stake then, because it's going to be worthless. Claim all you want. And what this white man got, I suggest that you let him have it, because it's going to be worthless. Only what the Most High has for us is going to last. And I'll park my car.
All right, thank you. And it'll be so brief. The host, and I think she's the host, La Jefa, she said that we weren't always here. Actually, when African Americans take DNA tests, it proves that we have U.S. indigenous ancestry. So the U.S. is actually one of our ancestral lands. Additionally, Mexico does not have ownership over California, Arizona, New Mexico, basically the southwestern states. Actually, Mexico stole that land. Mexico stole that land from U.S. indigenous tribes such as the Navajo, the Comanche, etc. This process was called the Mexican
That's true.
versus Indian Wars. So that land does not belong to Mexico. That's propaganda that Mexicans spread so that we'll feel comfortable as Americans when Mexicans take over our nation. They want us to believe that it belongs to them.
That's
Actually,
true.
no, it does not belong to them. And I'll say this in closing. And this is directly, with all due respect, this is to La Jefa. I have to ask you the same thing,
It's not
sis.
helpful.
Um, am,
Go.
did I
Go.
pronounce it wrong? I apologize.
Now
Is
go
it,
ahead. End.
yeah, I thought I pronounced it correctly, La Jefa. Um,
Yeah.
literally, I have to ask you, with all due respect, what will you tell your great great grandchildren when they ask, or if they ask, grandmama, when y'all saw the Hispanics fighting for power in the U.S. to gain the majority in different states throughout the U.S., and now they have majority Hispanic states. When you saw the Asians fighting to gain majority in different parts of the U.S., different cities throughout the U.S., why didn't you do the same thing as an African American to preserve majority African American cities and potentially try to gain the majority in African American states instead of allowing all these different foreigners to take over land that you should have handed down to me as your great grandkids?
I ain't worried about all that. None of that. I ain't
Damn.
telling you. Hold on. I'll let you spill and say all that. Let me get it in. I don't care about none of that. Delivering a message, grandkids, hand down, and none of that, because you are a product of that. So therefore, we all together. Stop trying to separate and say this and all that when you are mixed. First of all, you're mixed.
That means I'm gonna be here in the future.
I'm talking again. You're
Yes.
mixed. So at the end of the day, I don't be caring about all of that. Okay? I'm focused on building. And then let me correct you on the fact that you said that I said that we didn't come from here. I didn't say we didn't come from here. I said all of us didn't come from here. We came from other places, was born here. Some of us. Okay, so get it correct when you listening instead of just listen to have a counter argument or try to add on something that you think I don't know. All of that was irrelevant because I do know that. But at the end of the day, this is why I'm at with. We're not trying to make it a racist thing. I'm not trying to make it, because at the end of the day, they're going to do what they do. America going to allow them to come in. They're going to allow people to leave. I'm not focused on that. I'm not focused on who come and who leave. As long as they don't commit violence. Because at the end of the day, you're already here.
But they could be deported though, sis.
Hold on. And you're going to make thousands of babies. Multiple.
And they can be deported though. You're missing that part.
Listen, no, they're not going to be nothing because they're going to become citizens because they're making it so easy for them to become citizens. You know that. But they're going to have millions of babies. You think stopping them from coming across the border is not going to prevent them to still multiply? Like, stop it. Like, you just focus on the wrong thing, and I don't like to be focused on the wrong things. Okay?
Well, may I ask why you so angry when we dialogue?
Back to America.
But wait. She's not angry.
Mexico.
She's not angry. She's
right. She's
not
expressing
Russia. Not them coming across the border, Africans and all that, because y'all always try to make that a big issue. Oh, they've been coming across the border. Matter of fact, it's down the street from me. They can just walk straight through there. And that's not a big focus to me. Like, that's not a big focus.
And they coming across the northern border?
Actually, the same way. I'm getting treated over here where I'm at.
They coming
I'm
from
not worried
Canada.
about they're not going to stop they're not going to stop me from getting reparation. I don't think that's going to happen. They're not going to stop me from getting whatever fucking program I decide to go get. You feel me? Ain't nothing. I don't sit there and daily trip off of what they doing that's going to stop and benefit my life.
Can I say this before I drop down? May I make a
But wait,
closing statement?
No, you can't. Somebody
I
but
else.
can't. I
Go ahead.
can't. I can't
I
make.
want to come in right
You
now.
just said
Let
something,
me,
and there's other people that want to speak.
I'm just
yeah, but
trying
I
to say
gotta
this
come
before I
in.
drop
Okay,
down. Y'all been
go ahead.
speaking for hours.
No,
But let me just come in. Let me
All
come
right.
in. Let me come in. I'm gonna say something, right? But I think there's a bigger picture that we need to look at. Karima, you brought it out a couple of episodes ago, and I'm gonna read what Brother 1968 said. I'm going. It ties into what of the videos you brought out on the last couple of episodes that we covered. This is 1968. He says, "Think outside the circle. America is recruiting a foreign military to help and destroy us right under your noses. Flood the border gates with military recruits as illegals." And
Exactly.
see, I'm with her. I'm with him. He's right. See, the big picture, most of those people, those illegals coming through here are all military age men. We better pay careful attention. The video you brought out a couple of episodes back, Cream, about these foreign, some of these foreign people coming through here are military trained and ordained and coming for America's head. So this is the big picture. We're looking. I get the reparations issue. I get all that, but I'm with this apostles, right? Our stake really ain't here. But at the same time, look at what these people are really being sent in here to do. Why are there bills being paid, being put out to give them immediate amnesty? Amnesty is another way of saying they're being deputized. They can, here it is, some of these illegals can now, even though they're illegal and under amnesty, they can join the police force. Do you know
Exactly.
that? So let's pay attention to the big picture. I'm with Kareem on this one. It's everyone is saying the same thing, and we're right, but it's just different components. But the big picture is, look at the military move that they're making. Okay? See, and they see us coming to power, and they see us coming to our rise, like all the other nations that had us in captivity, try to stop us. They're gonna do the same thing. But now we gotta get ready and galvanized. Okay? And there's no gray area, there's no getting around it. And I'll land my plane on that one.
And they want you to focus on the Mexican family instead of the military man that's coming through this to take over. They want you to be so confused in talking about, oh, they're taking the welfare, the jobs, and all these things that you couldn't get in the first place, or they're not trying to give you in the first place. Like,
So
if they secondhand guess another person, then obviously you wasn't even thought of in the first place.
Right. And
I
then
want to jump in if I can.
while you focusing on the southern border, they're just
Right.
walking through the northern border. But your eyes is focused on the southern
The
border.
family.
So
You know?
I
So
wanted to give some receipts
let
on
me
just some
finish.
stuff that was
Let me-
said.
That's
Let
trying
me
to get
finish.
away from
One second.
trying to get away from the cartel that's trying to
Right.
that already killed off the uncle, the cousin, the brother,
Right.
little tortilla, baby come on now. Stop
Baby
playing.
Hebrew, listen to what I'm saying. That
I'm here.
Iquistador that went down to Mexico and manipulated that red man down there that's originally was there. I'm not talking about the Iquistador and what he did. Because see, when he came to Mexico, there was a population already there. Just like the people that were in Texas.
Tell them.
Just like them people that were in California. They were natives. But that Iquistador did the same thing that the French and the British did on the East Coast. That Spanish conquistador on the southern border colonized the same way the British and the French did.
Exactly.
And it's like we give them a pass. I'm indigenous. I got my ID on me now. I got my immunity card on me now. I can show it. Where I have diplomat immunity. I'm a documented Israelite.
The Chinese came into the southern border in a surge of 200% between 2021 and as of today.
Yeah, I don't care. They can have it. It ain't worth the Palestinians
To go back to what the brother was saying in regards to the Euphrates River. The Euphrates River is almost dried up. It's said to be dried up all the way by the year 2040.
I said that.
Yeah, so it's due to be dried up all the way by 20. It could run dry by 2040. In Revelation 16 and 20, it reads, the sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and it was dried up to prepare the way for the kings from the east. So once it does dry up, it does have a script in Revelation stating the next phase, what will happen.
Yeah, just understand it doesn't have to be totally dried up. It just has to be dried up to the point that it no longer supplies what is necessary. The river.
Well, as of right now, it says that the rate was after a drought in 2007. The fresh water continues to rise, and the region does not coordinate its water management because of different interpretations of international laws. But it's saying that because of the climate, it's drying up faster than what it's supposed to dry up, and that every year it's drying up more. But they have had rain to kind of keep everything together, but its fate should be taken with a bucket of salt. That's basically what the internet said about that.
It does not provide the resources that it used to provide. The resources of the river. There's no livestock, there's no fish. The resources, they can't travel it. A barge can't run down it. Yet the water can't be drank. The water can't be used. The water itself is defiled. Can't nothing live in it. So in all purposes, the river is over. It's dead. Just like the Bible said it would be.
Yeah, from the images that I see right now, it's pretty much like smut, like slime, like it's not deep or anything. There is some areas though during in this because it goes through different lands. There is different areas like the Western Asia that it's filled up. You know, it's really beautiful. It's not where it's supposed to be, but it's filled up. But then if you go to other areas of the land, you see that it's dried all the way up. Like literally you could walk on this land. It's literally all the way dry. So you see the by Mesopotamia that is filled. There's livestock and everything around it. There's trees still around it. But when you go to different areas um, of it, you could see that the climate is making it to where you could tell by the ridges that are on the mountain that it has gone down maybe 100 feet. If some, literally, it's gone down a lot. In Iraq, the Euphrates River is dried all the way up. It's threatening the main Mesopotamia rivers because of it. It just like you said, there is no fish and livestock, but it is filled there. So there's different types of varmint, not the varmint that you would see from the water, but varmint you would see on land. So
And
I
with
just
that, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it says
The other brother to go because I did cut him off and let you go, and then allow her to go. But he did wanted to say something. The multitude mulatto. Let the brother
Mo-
go.
okay. This
mo-
one more thing before
yes,
you get on mulatto. This is something, but that you were talking about. It's and they were talking about how you could be an immigrant and still come and be a peace officer. Well, I just wanted to give the receipts on that. It says in accordance with Government Code Section 1031, effective January 1st, peace officers must be legally authorized to work in the United States under federal law. Okay, so that doesn't apply to every place. Um, in regards to the immigrants being peace officers and things of that nature. Here it says no, they can't. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm glad you said that. You saying that takes effect January 1st?
It was January 1st, 2023. So it happened last year and in January.
Exactly. That means we had illegal aliens as police officers being paid by our tax revenue. But
Prior to that date, yes.
exactly. And the only point I wanted to make is, with all due respect, we as adults, we have to realize that it's unacceptable that we're not fighting to preserve our communities for our future generations and allowing foreigners to take over our communities and saying, well, we're not from here anyway, and this used to be theirs. All right, but what about what's ours? We don't want to pass nothing on to our grandkids.
Well,
Really?
with the way it's looking, multi-generation, I got to step in and say, checkmate, that the way it's looking, we may not have long to wait about what's going to be passed down. Because as Sister Betty H says, vengeance is mine, thus saith Yah. I will repay. So I'm not, I'm not too keen on wanting to stake anything with everything being so unsure. So listen, now, with that being said, we're now on the third. We've now entered the 3 hour mark, and in our neck of the woods, it's about to be 11 o'clock. Okay, so we got to turn in. But still, I want to thank you all, and I think we have to close out. Fun. We're having a lot of fun, but got to come to a close, y'all. So I thank you all here on the panel. Tawana, thank you very much, my sister. As always, Brother
As always.
Apostle, Apostle Zaquan, thank you. Linus, thank you for your contribution, love. And of course, multi-generational Mulatto, thank you for coming through, airing out
Appreciate you.
your differences and everything else. And I want to thank Red Squid X Files, 1968, Betty H, Iron Meta, Tyrone, Smashing Idol, TNBN, Vicar Emerson, Plus Beats, Dominic Liddell, and everybody else out there in the panel who was listening and giving your viewpoints. And how could I forget Indigenous Black Man? Hey y'all, hey y'all. In closing, this has been another episode of The Lion's Den, talking about what's on your mind and the conversation will continue.
Yeah,
I thank.
after you.
Go ahead. Go.
Yeah, that's your calling to wake your grandkids up and tell them about, what somebody else is taking and what is somebody else is private from them. That I don't have a problem with that. But I would love to be the fly on the wall to see that conversation when half of your generation is mulatto.
Okay,
The
Linus, come
majority of
on
the
now.
country.
Come on, we
No,
gonna
that's a
go
good
Ric
thing
Flair.
though.
She gonna do the Ric Flair cheap shot. Woo!
No, that's a good thing though.
No, multi-generational. It's over. Let
No,
her have
that's a
it.
good thing though. That's a good thing.
No. You'll get it next time. You'll get it next time.
No, I'm not trying to clap back. I
I
actually agree with her. The future of the country will be mulattoes.
No,
All
I
right, got you.
Checkmate.
All right.
You be over there
So with
trying
that
to
being, look,
like grandpa is on there. Like,
Karima,
our whole
Karima
family.
again. The Ric Flair cheap shot, gotcha. But look, as I'm continuing to close out, and as always, we thank y'all for your contributions. I am Brother Malachi, Big Baby Hebrew, along with JT Raw, Yeshaya Dah. And in closing, on the Hebrew tip, on the Don Cornelius flavor, I say to you all, Shalom, pace. Wait. First, subscribe if you're new. Hit the like, okay? And leave your comments. Let us know what you think. And now, I say in conclusion on the Don Cornelius tip, Shalom, peace, ahab, love, and the posh soul. And we are up out of here. Peace.
I'll praise you, Most High. Yeah, that sound good, y'all. Hello. What we doing?
Hey, cook that up, Khalid.
We still getting to the money, got these haters in they fear. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Hump this here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they fear. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Hump this here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still. They said you got the call, they trying to blackball you. Like what they own, bro. You can't blackball a boss. The whole world, they hate this right here. The way you hate your neighbor, might as well pull the trigger on yourself. You know we get excited by the smoke. Every day we casting flesh. Say my treasure stored in heaven, we gon' blow the rest. They disrespecting and we check the bank that causing kept it still. They asking others about my business, but I ain't got no instant miss. See, I still deal with ox direct. Cause your person don't mean you respect. Your outlet don't get no credit if the ox ain't in it. Money answer all things and you got all these questions. Playing Vic, look, I employ slavery. I'll if you broke, just say it. Yo, them crews in the hood, Jews in the hood. I caught them clues, now I'm good. I broke it down, he understood my all to you. Filtered through, you found a few, I'm good. We what we sold, this here exclusive. They like, hey, folk, look what you doing. We still getting to the money, got these haters in they fear. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Hump this here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money, got these haters in they fear. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me, vengeance hit my enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Hump this here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still. Most I told me, be still, give a room to work. Know my movie work. Your faith ain't good, don't put the work in. In the spirit flexing, that my day job. Getting the mode out my own, I don't know what they are. Before I got the blueprint, and I'm too legit to quit. Let it spark in the dark, be a light, got it lit. Trying to map my movement, Got my haters pondering. The odds set the questionnaire. They wanna know if you still live. It hit different, you authentic. A lot of odds pretending. We do it for the Lord. Got my own motion. Who are you to judge? Put most high first, none above. Take in the spirit, we locked in. They'll come against your plot. You know Judas said, yeah. We spit them scripts, they barely now. Came on slave ships, then you not black. You know they tell you everything. Isaiah 30:20, yeah, we bad. You see what happened when they tried to rail the train up off the track. False witness, hypocrite. We throw shots back, now they feel heat. Must go get it. We still getting to the money. Got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me vengeance hit. My enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, we still getting to the money. Got these haters in they feel. Lil' homie, let them chill. Most I told me vengeance hit. My enemies, my footstools. We ain't got no beef for real. Just here, this how we live. Look here, homie, be still.